Welcome to Inside the Franchise Diary with me, Lynn Mendonca. Today, I want to chat about the future of franchising. I was recently invited to be a guest speaker about this very topic at a franchisee conference, and it got me thinking. So I decided I would share this on the podcast. Mostly because a lot of people will say there's nothing exciting happening in franchising and franchising is dead. That couldn't be the furthest thing from the truth, because franchising isn't dying, it's evolving and rapidly. What was interesting to me was when I looked at the research that was done in about 2023, if I'm not mistaken, there was a drop off on the number of networks, actually quite a high number. 80 to 100 networks had dropped off since the last time any sort of research had been done. But what was fascinating was to see that although the networks had dropped off, the number of franchisees had grown exponentially, and that South Africa today has, in the 700 networks that we have gotten franchisees. So that is a lot of franchisees out there. So franchising isn't dying, it's evolving and quickly. The next 5 years will belong to brands that can move faster, smarter, and with purpose. Those that can't will most certainly get left behind. Here's what I'm seeing as someone who's worked in franchising for nearly 3 decades. Franchising will be tech-led or dead. So franchisors still rely on spreadsheets and manual reporting are heading for trouble. The best run brands are the ones embracing AI and are moving to real-time franchise management platforms like System Franchise to track franchisee performance, train franchisees, and keep communication flowing across networks. The future is data-driven. Decisions are going to be based on data and not guesswork. So really important to no longer have to try to decipher what the spreadsheets are saying. Micro-franchising is on the up, and that will be the new growth engine to some degree. People are looking for low capital, easy to scale models, and you see it in the kiosks and the food trucks and the smaller little coffee offerings that we're seeing all over the place. So think also things like pet grooming, tutoring, any of that. People are looking for side hustle franchises. They certainly appeal to millennials. And I think franchisors will need to think smaller in order to grow bigger. And so franchisors will have to say, is that sustainable? Can my model adapt to that? Is there an opportunity to have a smaller model of what we actually do? And you're seeing it come through. You see it with Calcutta on the go. So that most certainly franchisors are thinking smaller to grow bigger and expand. Franchisees will also expect more support. So the days of, here's the ops manual, good luck, get on with it, are way long gone. Franchisees are demanding on-demand training, peer learning networks, mentorship, not just management. So brands that actually invest in their franchisee success first will win the loyalty and performance that others can only dream of. Purpose-driven brands will certainly outperform others. Millennials and Gen Z investors aren't just looking anymore to buying into a brand. They actually are looking to buying into a brand whose values resonate with their own values. So if your brand isn't talking about sustainability, community, or ethical sourcing, you're already left behind. Pet care and health and wellness are hot sectors. Health and wellness has been a hot sector for quite a long time, but certainly pet care is also making inroads here. It's booming because people spend more money on their pets than ever before. And then you're seeing in health and wellness, you're seeing recovery studios, mental health support is only just getting started. So what should franchisors do now to make sure they're ready and can adapt? So firstly, we should audit your systems. Are they scalable, tech-friendly, and franchisee-ready? Rethink your franchisee profile. Are you designing a model that excites the next generation of franchise owners? Because that is where the next source of franchisees are going to be coming from. So certainly doing things in the old manner and the old guard is going to have to change, because the franchisees that are going to come through are going to be a lot younger, and they're witnessing these changes themselves. They are part of this change of what is going on in the world. Focus on connection. Franchising has always been about relationships, but now it's about building true partnerships with your franchisees. I really believe this. If you've been following me or listening to me at any given time, you know that I say connection and community are the fundamentals to what franchising needs to be. So connection with your franchisees, connection with your customers, connection is going to be your currency. And then community with, you're a community. Let's do things together with your franchisees, and your franchisees within their own communities doing things. And that's where that brand value aspect that I mentioned earlier is going to come through. Franchising is at a crossroads, and the winners here are going to be the ones who are willing to reinvent themselves in whichever way in order to embrace the future and these changes.